Okay, I wanted to make a quick video to show you what you can do with the app Communify. So, as you know, the Communify is an app for co-working spaces, companies, and associations to create a stronger community. And for companies and co-working spaces, it's also to enable a bigger possibility of collaboration. So first, when you downloaded the app, you can log in with Facebook. And if you don't have Facebook or you don't want to log in with Facebook, you can choose to log in with Google over here. So I'm just going to log in with Facebook and show you the app. So I logged in and it asks me where am I staying. I created one example community. Um, it has 16 example members and I'm going to enter it now. So welcome. Um, Normally you have to allow push notifications. So, but on the simulator it doesn't work that way. So I'm just gonna give it a fake uh, key. So now it works. So this is the app. You have basically you have three tabs. You have the chat, the members, and more. And in the chat you can add group chats, which I already changed. So let me first go to the more, because here we have a control panel for the space owner. So the owner of the company or the owner of the co-working space can go to the control panel. They can also add staff to like people that also work there. They can also be staff, and then yeah, they can also do things. So what I did is you can actually change the group chats to your liking. So if you want a group chat about surfing, you can enter it here, edit, and save, and it gets added. So yeah, I don't want that anymore, so I'll delete it, and save. And now we have the default group chats again. So there we go, default group chats. Um, so yeah, these are just different topics where people can join and they can talk about things. Um, yeah, so that's basically the way to communicate in this app. And there also is a members list. And the great thing about this members list is you can exactly see what people do, because when they join the community, they have to fill in a few questions, and the questions get shown on their profiles, the answers to the questions, but also in the members list already. By the way, you have two types of views in the member list. You have the list and the grid. The grid looks really nice if you just want a cool overview of pictures, and the list if you if you want to have the functions too and the names, then you just go to the list. So let's go to this profile. As you can see, the person has to fill in a few questions and the answers appear on the profile. So the lifestyle, job type, needs help, profession, and these are categories. These are also categories, and these ones they can fill in by themselves. And as a co-working owner, co-working space owner, you can choose which questions you want them to answer. So what is here? These are the default questions. What is your travel lifestyle? And you can choose between these values. What is your job type? And you can choose between these values. From which areas could you learn from or use some help? And these are these areas, and they are quite general areas to cover everything in a co-working space. And this is what is your profession? What kind of groups do you identify yourself with? And then more specifically, you can fill in your profession as a text, and you can also fill in what you need as a text more specifically. And that's something you can set up as an admin of the co-working space, and then everybody can answer these questions when they enter the community or later in networking settings. And then it gets shown on your profile. Simple as that. So the great thing about this, and this is something you don't have in Facebook groups or Slack, is that you can filter between all those ranks. So for example, I want to find only digital nomads. Just click here and then find everybody that's a digital nomad. So for example, I'm a programmer and I want to find other programmers. Just go to profession coders. So I want to find other coders. Okay, these guys, they are coders. So that's great. I just click on them and click on lunch. And that's the biggest feature, because ultimately you don't want to hang out in a chat. You just want to have lunch with each other. So then you click the lunch button, and fuck, it doesn't work now in the test version. That fucks up my whole video, but then normally there should appear a chat here, and you can chat with them and you can decide where you want to meet for lunch. So yeah, that's basically the most important features of this app. There's one more thing. You can also decide on the layout. You can define a color here, and the layout will be updated in that way to give your community a more personal view. If you want, you can connect some WhatsApp groups. You can change the information of the community, and there are also ranks. So if I want to have a cool community where I have some ranks, like some person is like here you can fill in an emoji, and here you can fill in the meaning, and you can add it. And then you can assign those ranks to people. So I didn't figure out which ranks could be useful, but that's something to make up for the community itself. For an association, it can be it could be like for a kite surfing association, it could be the kite level or something. That's the community manager wants to assign to their members. The board wants to assign to their members. But for a co-working space, it could be like someone that surfs a lot, could be a surfer. Of course, they can fill it in themselves too in categories if you define it that way. But if you want to have top control over the ranks, you can fill it in here. And then you can assign people to their ranks. And then it gets shown. Oh, I have to press save. Then it gets shown on their profile. So I made Cecil Lind a surfer. And now, as you can see, if I go to her profile, let's search. Okay, there she is. And now the rank says it's a surfer. And it could be a cool emoji of a surfer. So yeah, those are the most important features of the app. I hope that's clear. And yeah, I hope to see you on Communify. Bye.